about potential investment opportunities.
We think that the trip the county executive made to China laid the groundwork for a great partnership, and we're looking forward to investment opportunities and businesses locating in Montgomery County.
County, state, and federal officials welcomed the visiting business executives to Montgomery County, where the focus is on investment opportunities in public-private partnership projects, especially in the field of life sciences. Before arriving at the Rockville campus of Johns Hopkins University, the executives toured the Food and Drug Administration in White Oak, the planned Global Life Science Village, and Washington Adventist Hospital.
It's exciting to get interest, global investment interest, here in Montgomery County. I think it's a really a good direction for us to be moving into. It's a sign that we're strong and we're growing.
Local leaders, with the help of an interpreter, emphasized the area's diversity, unique assets, and its reputation as the nation's biotech capital.
Welcome to Montgomery County, home of the largest Chinese community in the greater Washington, D.C. region.
Almost 20% of the state elected office holders from Montgomery County are of Asian origin.
I want you to know that we are welcoming you here as part of our economic development initiative with open arms.
Through biohealth innovation, the Great Seneca Science Corridor, and Life Science Village, we look forward to working with you to make that a reality.
Executives on the tour told us they were impressed, and county officials invited them to visit again.
It's a very terrific and very informative and well-prepared event.
We have an opportunity for great success for both communities, so I look forward to some real tangible, positive results from all of this collaboration.
Montgomery County officials are moving forward with a program to install cameras on school buses. This initiative is designed to catch motorists who fail to stop for school buses that are picking up and dropping off students. Susan Kennedy reports.
Motorists who are unfamiliar with the laws surrounding passing school buses that are letting children on or off, pay attention. When students return from winter break on January 3rd, there will be 25 cameras installed on buses, ready to catch drivers who illegally pass them.
We know hundreds of people pass school buses in Montgomery County. It only takes one mistake, and you can't take this back after the tragedy occurs. So what we want to do is we want to arm the school buses with a camera, and we have the ability to move the cameras around to different school buses, and we're going to identify the locations where people pass the school buses, whether because they're unsure of the law, whether they're impatient and they don't want to wait, or they're just driving distracted. But we want to send that message out that it's illegal.
Councilmember Valerie Irvin originally sponsored the bill to get the cameras for the buses. It's been nearly 2 years since the executive signed the measure, and she says the cameras can't be installed soon enough.
The research that we had done showed that in Montgomery County, thousands of motorists are passing these school buses with the arm out. This is a serious problem. Either people don't know the rules of the road or they don't pay attention. And so far, knock on wood, not one child in Montgomery County has been in any serious kind of accident or, God forbid, a death by being hit by a car.
Didone says there are 3 types of drivers that will pass a school bus: the distracted driver, the impatient driver, and the uninformed driver. All drivers are required to stop at least 20 feet from a stopped school bus that is displaying flashing red lights and stop arm. If there is a raised central median and you are on the opposite side of the bus, you are not required to stop, but Didone says it never hurts to do so.
And when a vehicle approaches the school bus, the camera arms itself and records it via video. So you'll see the vehicle pass the entire school bus. So this is a serious violation, and it has serious consequences. But the ultimate consequence is a fine, much better than the tragedy.
When it is launched in January, the county school bus camera program will target routes where drivers have reported particular problems. In Rockville, I'm Susan Kennedy for County Report This Week.
3 cities in Montgomery County held municipal elections this week. Our election coverage begins in Rockville, where voters elected a new mayor and city council. This year's ballot also included 3 questions about the city's charter. Rockville 11's Bridget Suiso joins us with more.
That's right. There were 8 candidates running for 5 seats on the Rockville City Council, and Rockville residents decided on its 64th mayor and council, along with weighing in on 3 advisory referendum questions. We had full team coverage on election night, and here's everything you need to know about the 2013 Rockville City election. And here is your new mayor and council. Your new mayor-elect is Bridget Newton, and she will serve with council members-elect Beryl L. Feinberg, Tom Moore, Virginia Onley, and Julie Polakovich-Carr. There were a total of 6,685 total votes cast in this election. The votes were cast in 10 voting districts throughout the city, as well as those from same-day voter registration and absentee ballots. Our Rockville 11 crew got the reaction from the winning candidates.
I'm Rockville 11's Jennifer Ligsay, and it's a night of celebration here at Giuseppe's in Rockville on election night. Here's what some of the winners had to say once the results were announced.
Very excited. It's been a very long day today. I don't know how many hours it's been at this point, up since I think 5 a.m. So excited, but relieved that it's over finally.
How are you feeling right now?
Excited, happy, fatigued because I'm tired, but all the hard work was worth it. And I'm just so happy to be able to have the honor to serve the people of Rockville.
One of the things we're committed to doing is looking at the charter review questions. There's 3 changes that have to be made. The voters have given their advice on it tonight. We'll be looking at that very carefully and then making our own decisions on that.
So how are you feeling? What's going on through your head right now?
Disbelief, very excited, can't wait to start serving the residents and citizens of Rockville and representing everybody and giving my all to everyone starting tomorrow.
Well, I'm excited for the opportunity. I'm obviously tired. It's been a really long day and a great couple months, but I think this is going to be a great opportunity for Rockville. I look forward to working with everybody and moving ahead. I think the first priority is to get the council together and meet with everybody and figure out what the goals and the feelings are for working together, and then how we do that. Everybody's bringing something different to the table, which will make a great council, and we just have to figure out how we move forward in a plan, in a goal, in a vision for Rockville.
There were 3 advisory referendum questions voters weighed in on in this election, and residents recommended to increase the term of the council members from 2 to 4 years, but did not vote in favor of changing the city election to coincide with the presidential election or increasing the body from 5 to 7 members. For County Report this week, I'm Bridget Suiso.
In Tacoma Park, there was an 11% voter turnout, and all the incumbent mayor and city council members were re-elected according to preliminary election results posted on the city's website. The Tacoma Park election was also historic for allowing residents younger than 18 to vote. The first 16-year-old to vote in the United States talked to Tacoma Park City TV after casting her ballot.
I think it's important that we all are doing our part to show our government that we care and that we want, as a generation, we're going to care about our government, and we want our government to represent us and do things that we care, or pass legislation that we care about. So it's important for us to start out by making those choices, by doing that voting.
There were no surprises in Gaithersburg, where the 3 incumbents on the ballot were running unopposed. Elected to a new 4-year term, Gaithersburg Mayor Sidney Katz, City Council Member Henry Marafa, and City Council Member Mike Sesma. In Gaithersburg and around the county this week, officials and volunteers launched an effort to count the number of homeless people who call our county home. The ultimate goal is to find housing and assistance for these most vulnerable citizens living in our community. It's estimated there are more than 1,000 homeless people living in Montgomery County. County Council Member George Leventhal spearheaded the move to count these individuals.
Dozens and dozens of volunteers have been arriving at 2 locations at 3:45 in the morning to deploy throughout Montgomery County this week and identify clients who are spending the night at McDonald's or in the woods or at metro stations on bus benches. And we're finding a lot of clients who need our help. And so we're doing this outreach. We're surveying the clients to understand their circumstances, to understand their medical history and to find out literally whether they're at risk of dying on the streets. And that's the purpose, is to find those folks who are the most medically vulnerable and give those individuals priority placement when housing units become available and place them in permanent, stable housing.
When we come back, we'll take you to a snow summit where we'll learn how county agencies are prepping for winter. Then we'll head out to the basketball courts for a hoops tournament in Silver Spring. Stay with us. There's a lot more coming up on County Report this week.
There's a reason why area law enforcement are out enforcing pedestrian and traffic safety laws and preventing killer pedestrian crashes. Be alert. Be street smart.
So, I'm kind of new here, but I've noticed a trend. My human does this funny thing where she goes around and gets all my toys, and then she hides them in that basket by the door. You know, but it's always the same basket, and it's always in the same place. And then she acts so surprised when I find them, but, you know, she's putting them in the same basket. Again. It's like, hello, that's where you put it last time. You were the worst at hide and go seek.
Are you sure they can recycle us, Clamshell?
Hey, Dome, we're on a new recycling postcard.
I can't wait to make a new start. Maybe I'll be a red carpet at a big premiere.
And I'll get to paint the White House.
Shh, here he comes.
Now you can recycle more plastics in Montgomery County, including #1 PET plastics such as clamshells, deli containers, trays, lids, domes, and cups.
We're in!
For more information on recycling, contact the Montgomery County, Maryland Division of Solid Waste Services at 311. The wait is over. Recycle more plastics today.
Welcome back to County Report this week. I'm Sonia Burke. Fall is still here, but as every year, all county agencies hold an annual snow summit to assess readiness for winter storms. Lorna Virgili is here to tell us about some improvements that will take place this season. Lorna?
Sonia, we don't want to talk about winter quite yet, but the new thing that came up at the Snow Summit this year has been pavement monitoring stations to prevent black ice on the streets. Piling up the sand. In the largest salt barn on the entire east coast of the United States, with the size of a football field, is just a small grain of salt in preparing for snow season. County Executive Isaiah Leggett thanked the staff and contractors that participated in the annual Snow Summit. This is the group responsible for snow removal.
We act differently when we see snow. The other reason why is that unlike other kinds of hazards and difficulties, you can't always see them. With snow, you can see it. When it first starts falling, it's beautiful. You can see it until, it starts accumulating over a period of time. And then so in the minds of a person who can't get out of their house, they measure government, our success, our efficiencies, because there's something that they can see. It impacts them directly, and they can determine when you moved it, when it's been reduced, and whether or not they have mobility as a result of that.
The main goal is to maintain the 5,000 lane miles clear during the storms, and that takes training, technology, and innovation. In addition to these new snow plowing trucks, a new road weather information system will be installed to monitor pavement conditions. That way, the Department of Transportation Division of Highway Services can take proactive measures to treat and bring salt to your street. In Gaithersburg, I'm Lorna Virgili for County Report this week.
Mark your calendars for a night of creativity and fun. Tickets are now on sale for the Montgomery County Executives Ball, which is set for November 24th at the Bethesda North Marriott. All funds raised will support arts education programs in Montgomery County. You can find out more online at mocoexecball.org. The Audacity of Hoops is a 3-on-3 tournament that uses sports and recreation as a way to engage students and their families in constructive activities. Top players from area high schools sign up each year to participate in organized games, and recently some of Maryland's top elected officials were there to support the event, which is the brainchild of Councilmember Valerie Irvin.
This idea started out of a very simple thought, and that was there's not enough for young people to do in downtown Silver Spring, so let's create something for them. And we just created this idea of something that Ronnie Galvin coined the term audacity of hoops.
In the finals, we have Montgomery County Recreation waiting on the winner of Impact and YMCA.
Basketball is great for the community. It's great for being active and being outdoors. There's so many benefits that come of this that I really am jealous. I'd love to bring this to other parts of the county, including the Up County.
Some people didn't think that good things were going on in Montgomery County with our young people, but certainly today they are.
When you come to downtown Silver Spring from wherever you live across the region, you can go ice skating, you can come watch the 3-on-3 basketball tournament, you can go to the farmers market, go to the movies.
Years ago, you had the vision, you had the foresight to bring people together to revitalize downtown Silver Spring, and this is what we have today.
We couldn't be more thrilled at what happens when community gets together. And we want to do something positive on behalf of young people. It just turns into a magnificent event, and that's what we have going on today.
Still to come on County Report this week, we'll join some local 5th graders on an educational and entertaining field trip. And then we'll salute one of our county's local vets. County Report this week is coming right back.
The Montgomery College men's soccer team posted convincing wins over Howard Community College and Potomac State, earning their second straight NJCAA Region 20 District F Championship. The 21-1 Raptors, ranked second nationally, now advance to the Nationals November 14th through 17th in upstate New York. And the MC volleyball team won the NJCAA Region 20 District G Championship. The 4-seeded Raptors upset higher seeds in the tourney to grab the title and move on to the national tournament in Minnesota, November 15th and 16th. MC and Discovery Communications are partnering on a series of panel discussions to assist students with career choices. The first event, November 15th in the Culture Arts Center on MC's Tacoma Park Silver Spring campus, focuses on media careers. Admission is free.
Welcome back to County Report this week. I'm Sonia Burke. This fall, MCPS 5th graders took a special field trip to the Music Center at Strathmore, where they were treated to a concert by the National Philharmonic Orchestra. MCPS TV has the story.
More than 11,000 MCPS 5th grade students traveled to the Music Center at Strathmore from October 22nd to 25th to hear the sounds of the National Philharmonic. The Strathmore Student Concerts give students a first-hand look into what a large professional classical musical concert is all about.
Well, this concert series is a great opportunity for every 5th grader in Montgomery County to be able to witness a live performance. They'll get to see professionals playing the instruments that they might be learning in school or they might be interested in learning in school. It's a culmination of the curriculum we've been working on in the classroom, and it's an amazing opportunity to partner with Strathmore. They're right here in our own community.
Now in its 9th year, these annual school field trips to Strathmore reinforce what MCPS music teachers present in lessons to students back in school.
We want them to be able to come on this field trip, to look at all the instruments on stage, and to be able to say to themselves, I know that. I know what that is. I know what it sounds like.
The live performances inspire students to play an instrument and consider music as a career.
I mean, they are awed by what they hear and what they see. And some of them, I know, think, wow, I'd like to do this. And we already actually have stories of kids that we played to a decade ago, because that's when we started these concerts, who have gone on to professional music.
I liked seeing more professional players, and that really inspired me. So I really want to play violin again next year.
They played a lot of notes, like really fast, and I want to try doing that so I can get really good at it.
The Strathmore Student Concerts are made possible through a partnership between MCPS and the Strathmore Foundation and generous donations from sponsors. In November, Strathmore will welcome more than 10,000 second graders for another round of student concerts.
Montgomery College recently hosted an inspiring seminar on peace building and conflict for professors at community colleges. Danielle Stetsky has more.
Dr. Azadeh Alai has been teaching psychology courses at Montgomery College since 2009. Recently, she became interested in finding more about how she could infuse peace building inside her classroom. The opportunity came when Montgomery College hosted a 4-day seminar called Teaching About Global Conflict and Peace Building.
The seminar has been very inspirational. It's also been very overwhelming, but overwhelming in a good way, just in terms of definitely rethinking how I teach warfare, aggression, genocide, for instance. I'm definitely thinking about how I can infuse peace building in all of my psychology courses.
During the seminar, faculty members had the opportunity to hear from experts about current conflicts and peace building themes. They also had the opportunity to learn and share a variety of ideas, experiences, and learning exercises.
I think that as educators, that we don't have to explicitly be teaching classes related to global conflict for us to infuse peace building into our curriculum.
The 29 participants came from around the United States with different expectations, such as the development of new courses, the development of service learning programs, and the development of peace building modules for specific courses.
We often think about peace building and conflict resolution as only being in the social sciences or the humanities, when in fact you can teach it in the sciences and nursing and so forth.
The seminar was organized by Montgomery College Assistant Professor Jennifer Heidel, Educational Consultant David Smith, and Senior Associate with the American Red Cross, Lori Fisher.
What we've developed is an agenda that brings together concrete classroom experience, policy experience, scholarly research, as well as kind of NGO think tank information that people can use in their classrooms and at their colleges, also dealing with kind of extracurricular needs that students have as well.
For County Report This Week in Germantown, I'm Danielle Stetsky.
Every year, the city of Rockville recognizes those who have served our country at the city's annual Veterans Day ceremony. Leading up to this year's event, Rockville 11's Bridget Suiso talked to naval vet James Klein.
Last year, Rockville 11 had the opportunity to interview veterans in our community through a partnership with the Rockville Senior Commission. We met many impressive veterans who have served our country and now serve the city. Every year, the city recognizes those who have served in our nation's armed forces at Veterans Park in a ceremony happening on the 11th day of the 11th month at 11 a.m. The Rockville Senior Commission put us in touch with another veteran who has been a fixture in the Rockville community. His name is James Klein.
It really made me grow up fast, and it really makes a man out of you.
Mr. Klein served in the Navy during the Korean War as a naval photographer, and then for 30 years he served as a civilian in the Navy. He shared some of his photos with us.
Our primary duty was to take pictures of the takeoffs and landings. We had a Marine crew of planes on board the ship, so that took a lot of that was a lot of responsibility, and very interesting.
Mr. Klein had a message about Veterans Day.
Well, I think everybody needs to honor and respect the men and women who have served our country over the years. And recognition of that is essential. People should know about it. People should recognize it and give them credit for what they've done for this country to make this the greatest country in the world. And if it hadn't been for our veterans, it wouldn't be that way.
To learn more about this year's Veterans Day happening on November 11th, go online to rockvillemd.gov/events.
Coming up on County Report this week, we'll cheer on the Raptors at Montgomery College. And then meet our pet of the week. Don't go away. County Report this week will be right back.
Did you know there are more than 10,000 county government phone numbers? But there's only one number you need to remember for non-emergency calls, 311. MC311 is Montgomery County government's online telephone information system. Need information? Have a problem or complaint? Trying to locate a county government facility?
call 311. The call center is open Monday through Friday, 7 a.m. to 7 p.m. The website is available 24 hours a day, 7 days a week.
You wouldn't let money just blow out of your house. So when your AC or heater is on, make sure the doors, windows, and fireplace flue are shut tight. If you're headed out, turn down the AC or lower the heat by 10 degrees. And always keep your water heater set at 120. A little bit of common sense goes a long way. Get more great tips at energysaver.gov.
Welcome back to County Report This Week. I'm Sonia Burke. Montgomery College soccer and volleyball teams were in action in postseason regional tournaments over the last few days, and MCTV's Michael Brown covered them all and filed this report on how they fared.
MC men's soccer came into the NJCAA Region 20 District F tournament with a bullseye on their back. With a 19-1 record and a number 2 national ranking, the top-seeded Raptors were the team to beat. In the opener, the Raptors took on longtime rival Howard. Nick Castro broke the ice with the first MC goal, and then the floodgates opened as the Raptors added 3 more to lead 4-0 at the half. The second half was all MC as the Raptors added 3 more to roll to a 7-1 semifinal win. In the finals, Potomac State took on MC. MC broke through on a PK kick by Gabriel Nadai, and they soon added another to give MC a 2-0 lead at the break. The second half belonged to the high-scoring Raptors as they scored 4 quick ones to pull away. Ian Oko got things started. Giovanni Villatoro added his second, and goals from Javier Nieto and Caio Fonseca soon followed. With the 6-1 win, the Raptors claimed their second straight region and district crown and advanced to the NJCAA National Championships in upstate New York, November 14th through the 17th. Turning to volleyball, no one expected much from MC entering the Region 20 District G tournament this past weekend as they were the lowest seed in the field. And after they lost a tough 5-set opener to top-seeded Lorain County College, it looked particularly bleak. But they fought their way through the losers bracket, upsetting both Howard and Butler to set up a championship round rematch with Lorain. To win the title, the Raptors would have to beat them twice in a row, and that's just what this incredible team did. Winning the first match in 3 sets and the second in 5 to take the title and punch their ticket to the NJCAA National Championships in Minnesota, November 15th and 16th. And in women's soccer, the Raptors were the underdogs entering the NJCAA Region 20 District H tournament, but they made it all the way to the finals, knocking off Potomac State and Oxford College along the way. The final against arch-rival Howard was a tense, physical defensive battle, but Howard scored the lone goal of the game to deprive the Raptors of a trip to the national championships. For County Report This Week from Montgomery College, I'm Michael Brown.
Now it's time to meet our pet of the week. Let's go to the Humane Society, where Kathy Stanhope is going to introduce us to a guinea pig.
This is Kathy Stanhope with the Pet of the Week at the Montgomery County Humane Society, and this little darling is Spice. Spice is a guinea pig, as you can see. He's an unusual color. He's almost all black, but he's got some brindle in him. He's just about 8 months old, and guinea pigs live to maybe 8, 10 years old, so he's got a lot of life ahead of him, and he's really not happy in the cage here. Guinea pigs can be very social. They like to be held, they like to be played with, they like to have a lot of attention, but they also can stay in their cage pretty well on their own in case you're traveling, as long as you have someone come in to take care of them. But they're fairly low maintenance animals. It's a little education, and you can have a guinea pig in your house and they can survive for a long, long time. So remember, come down to the shelter and look at all the animals we have here. If you want more information about Spice, you can call 240-773-5967 or visit Spice and all of his friends here at the shelter on the web at mchumane.org.
Well, that does it for this edition of County Report This Week. Remember, we want to hear from you, so join the opinion forum at engagemontgomerycountymd.gov. We also hope you will like us on Facebook. Join us again at this time every week for a look at what's going on inside Montgomery County. I'm Sonia Burke. Thank you for watching.